I don't know if he came or yeah, he didn't come. That's the only problem. But anyways, I had a great birthday. Even I have 2 cakes now in the fridge that I can eat. And
Yum.
I have like I don't know how many presents, but I'll just tell you 3 of them.
Okay, let's
Um,
hear it.
I got a bow and arrow, like a bow and arrow that is like one of those toy ones, except it's the arrow itself isn't pointed. It's just a little more curved out, but it's still and it's really hard to pull back. It's like 14 plus. That's 14 plus, so that makes sense why it's so hard.
It's for
And
ages 14 plus, you mean?
yes.
Wow, okay.
And then another gift was this soccer ball. Now, other than an ordinary soccer ball, this is really heavy. I mean, literally
Okay.
heavy. It's like real men. So it's a real men's soccer ball, and that's really hard to kick.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third last gift, what was that? Oh yeah, it's a snow cone maker. Now I can have snow
Oh,
cones, which
those
is
are such
gonna
fun gifts. I bet you'll love that this summer.
and
Samhita
even
looks
more gifts
jealous.
than that. There's so many other gifts I got.
Well, Tyke, we missed you on Friday. How was your trip?
It's great, and we're still in Virginia.
You're still what?
We're still in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. So, didn't you go to Williamsburg?
Yeah, we're staying in a hotel in Williamsburg now.
You're still in Williamsburg now. Nice.
Yeah, it was great. We got to go to a park called Freedom Park, which had this thing called Go Ape, which is like a zip line obstacle course. That's a I don't know, like 20 feet in the air. It was great. We also went to Busch Gardens, and we got to see an ancient slave burial site, and um and of course we went to Busch Gardens,
Well,
and
but it seemed like so it was pretty educational, almost like your family had a vacation plus a little field trip thrown in.
yeah, and today I think we're going to the Air and Space Museum.
Oh, that'll be great.
What'd you say? Or Jamestown. Either Air and Space Museum or Jamestown.
Oh, okay. Well, we would love to hear all about it tomorrow after you do it. What would you mainly want to see at the Air and Space Museum? Is there anything that you're dying to see?
No, not really. I saw it
No?
in a magazine for Williamsburg, and it looked fun.
Okay. Josiah, how was your weekend? Do you have something to
Yes,
share?
it was good. On Friday, I went to downtown. I went to this restaurant called Flying Fish for dinner, and I got ice cream at the Spark Cafe.
Oh, that sounds super fun.
And yesterday, I went to my friend's house.
Oh, that's a fun day. Well, yep, Samhita, we are going to be starting Jungle Book today. And in history, we're going to be learning more about Plymouth and the Pilgrims. But Tig is in the perfect place to be hearing about the 13 colonies since he's getting to see Jamestown possibly today. Oh my goodness, that is just perfect. But we're going to be hearing about Plymouth and the Pilgrims in the first Thanksgiving in history class today. And in science, we're going to move on to a system of your body that digests your food, breaks down those nutrients to give throughout your body. So you're going to hear all about the digestive system today. And we've been mainly doing a whole week focused on one system, but this week we're going to do 2 systems that go together. They really connect the digestive system and then also the excretory system that gets rid of the waste in your body. I know it's gross, but that is part of your human body. Everybody has it. Now, in literature, we are starting the Jungle Book today. Oh, and I hope you guys are going to love it. Who has seen maybe a movie version of this before? Yeah, I know that there's the cartoon version that has been around for a long time. I saw that when I was your age, but then there's also a live action one, which is really cool too. And a lot of the characters that you know from the movie, you're going to see in this book. Josiah?
I watched the movie Mowgli and the live action movie Jungle Book at the theaters.
Oh, wow. Okay. Emma, you too?
I think so. But also, can I say,
What?
can I share something?
Yes. Oh, great, Harika. You'll be able to follow along.
Whenever he said he got a snow
Snow cone maker.
snow maker, we have one. If like you just put like I think it's like eyes moves. Just crush it and then come out and then we put flavoring in it and then it's
Oh, yeah, I bet it's very similar. Well, I think you guys are going to love this book. This is a whole series of short stories, but all of the ones we're going to read until, I think we'll do one at the very end that's not about Mowgli, but all of the others are about Mowgli, and they're set in India by a British author who was living there at the time, but they are set in India. So for some of you who have family in India and have been there maybe multiple times before, hopefully it's really fun to be hearing about some of the animals that are native to these rural areas that we're going to be hearing about. It's all told from the animals' perspectives, though.
Actually, my family lives in India.
Yeah, do you have like a lot of cousins and aunts and uncles who are still there? Nice. Anybody else have still family living there? Very cool. Alexander, did you have something to share?
I read the Jungle Book. I've seen both the movies.
Oh, nice.
It's a very good book.
Good. I'm glad you like it. I love it too. Okay, let's hear one more comment from Arianch.
I mean, the one thing that doesn't make sense in Jungle Book is the tiger. Like, there's only one tiger in there. And like in India, there's barely, but it kind of makes sense too because there's barely any tigers left.
Yeah, so there's one main tiger, in the part of the jungle that the story is set in, but that's because we're only looking at one little area. So I think that they're saying there would have been tigers in other places, but yeah, it's Shere Khan, the tiger that you're going to be hearing about in this story. And one more comment I wanted to say about this. Have any of you heard of or read the Warriors books? It's a series of books about some wild cats, and it's very similar to the Jungle Book. And in years past, I've had some students who like those Warriors books. Oh, you do, Alexander? Great.
I started reading one, but I didn't really like it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but I've had some students who've loved those books and find a lot in common with the Jungle Book. I think it's probably a book series that's kind of inspired by the Jungle Book even. But this is going to have some older language that might be a little confusing for you to read on your own, but hopefully if you're going through it with me, it'll be easier. And then Warriors is definitely more like a 3rd grade level. So you guys can read those ones on your own. They're really, they sound like they're really good. I've never read them personally though. Okay, well, let's start on the Pledge of Allegiance and school motto, and then we'll do some phonogram practice. Alina, would you like to lead us?
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor. I will honor
those things which are good, true, and beautiful.
Respect. I will show respect to others at all times. Service. I will do good things for others without being asked. excellence. I will strive for excellence in all things. Perseverance. I'll fulfill commitments and not give up or act on discouragement.
Thank you very much, Alina. Please join me for a moment of silence, everybody. Okay, boys and girls, well, let's start on some phonogram and spelling review. Can you take out a whiteboard and marker? Great job, Samhita. Kruti, unfortunately, is sick today, so that's why she isn't joining us. But I am going to send an invitation to Saha Nasri. I'm not sure why she isn't in the class yet. I think that she will be joining us. Everyone wave hello to Kruti. Hope you start feeling better today, Kruti.
Get better soon. Feel well soon.
Get better soon.
Feel better.
Get better soon.
Yep. We all hope we feel better. This whole class.
Okay, well, let's get started on some phonogram review. We'll do some single letter phonograms today, starting with V. Please write the phonogram V. V. Marcus, do you have your whiteboard? Arshap, would you make sure to hold it up after each one? Okay, next up, please write the phonogram X. 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 Next up, let's write Z. Z. We should have V, X, and Z. Great job, Harika and Aryansh. Good morning, Sahanasri.
Good morning.
Okay, so Z. Next up, please write the phonogram D. D. Saha Nasri, it sounded like your dad was in a meeting talking to somebody. Okay, next up, let's do G-J. G-J. Okay, we'll leave it at that. That'll be our last one for today. Can I see everybody's phonograms? And Dikshita, would you sound out each of the phonograms for us? Each of these 5?
V, x, z,
Good.
d, g,
This one is g, j.
g,
Can you say
j.
that? Excellent. Rishith, would you do the same thing?
V and
So, can you say s, z? Oh, I'm sorry. I was pointing at the wrong one. For this one, it's x. Can you say, yeah, good job. Okay, and then this one? Z. Can you try that again? Good.
D.
And can you try saying it a little shorter? D.
D.
Good.
G.
G, j. Can you try g, j?
Good job.
Perfect. And Marcus, I'll have you also say each of the phonograms for us. Marcus, can you unmute yourself and say each of the phonograms, and then we'll start some spelling words.
V, X,
For this one, can you say the sound?
Russian phonograms.
No, it's okay. Just repeat after me. I'll say each one, and then you repeat. V. X. Good. S, z. Yeah, that was perfect. This one is s, z. Good. And then 2 more, Marcus. Can you unmute yourself to say d? Good. And g, j. This one has 2 sounds. G, j.
G,
Thank you, Marcus. Great job. Okay, let's do some spelling words. Aryach?
Does the phonogram ng have 2 sounds or 1?
You know, I think that one is confusing. I would say that that's n and g as 2 separate sounds, but they put it all together as 1 sound. Ng.
Because it's
Like
hard to
sing.
pronounce it as 1 sound.
I know, I kind of feel like it's just 2 sounds. I agree that that's a weird one. And the phonogram x, some people would say that's 2 sounds too, like the letter X. X, x. Anyway, but it's kind of interesting to think about. But we'll stick with what they teach it to us, and ng is 1 sound according to the way they say it. Okay, our first word to review is recommend. Please write recommend. On the quiz, I saw that some people put double C instead of double M. Remember, it should be double N, just like commend, like praise. Recommend. Recommend is the word. And I just saw some people put a double C instead of a double M on the quiz. Josiah, it looks like you did that, bud. Can you make sure that it's a double M, not a double C? Recommend. And you might even sound it out with both sounds. Recommend. Should look like this. Next up, please write resemble. No double consonants in this one. I saw some people put a double S, but we don't need a double S in this one. Resemble. Bless you, Emma. I didn't hear you, but I could tell. Resemble. Alexander?
Quick quiz. What ends with even but is an odd number?
Ends with even, but it's an odd number.
Yep.
7?
Yes, correct.
Oh. It could also work for 11.
Yeah. Could do that
That's a
too.
good one.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I should have let other people guess that one. If anybody else has some good riddles, maybe we can do one after we're done with these spelling words. Next up, let's write resemblance. We think to spell resemblance. Resemblance. Next, please write sees. Yes, Aryansh?
I have a riddle.
Okay, after we're done with all of our spelling words, I'll get to your riddle.
I also have a riddle.
Oh, okay. Next up is sees. Show it to me when you're done writing sees. Yep, and also write seizure. Next up, oh, sorry, I forgot to write seizure to show you. Seizure should have earlier of hurt. Seizure. Okay, let's do one more. Superintendent. I saw at least one person on the quiz write, I think they misheard it. Instead of superattendant, it's superintendent. Can you all sound it out that way? Superintendent. Good. Superintendent. Okay, that's all of our spelling review. Go ahead, Aryansh. Let me hear your riddle. And everyone can be thinking about it and making their guesses as they get their paper out for a new spelling lesson.
So there was two boys. And I'll just name one of them called Jake. I'll just name him like that. He said he will throw the ball in anywhere and it will come back to him without bouncing. How is this possible?
All right, you can call on people if they've got their hand up, Arianch.
I didn't listen to it. I was trying to erase my board.
Okay, you want to say it one more time, Arianch?
So there's two boys. One was called Jake, and Jake threw the ball in any direction. And then it came back to him without bouncing on anything. How is this possible?
Without bouncing.
Yes, without bouncing.
Okay, guess on people if they've got their hand up.
Alexander first.
Let me guess. He could throw it, and then, like an example, baseball, he can hit it back without bouncing it.
No, it's supposed to come back to him. I think I didn't tell you that, but it's supposed to come back.
Yeah.
The ball should come
It
back
comes
to him.
back to him without bouncing.
Yes.
So he's not like in a bubble or something where it's
it's
bouncing
just
off the.
It's free open.
Okay, you can call on people.
1 second. I keep on keeping this on sidebar. 1 second. Let me change into a different layout.
Okay, we've got to move a little faster, Arianch. We don't have too much time. So I'll start calling on people if you can't.
Okay.
Tig, I think Tig might know it.
The wind.
I mean, that kind of is possible, but that's not the answer.
Okay, Rishith, what do you think?
A boomerang, maybe.
Is that it? Or is it a real ball?
It's a ball. It's not a boomerang.
Right. Harika?
You said there was two people. Probably he passed it to the second person without it touching the ground. And then passed it back.
That doesn't quite count.
Emma?
That was mine.
Okay, then I think we give up, Arianch. Can you tell us the answer?
He threw the ball upward. Then it comes back to him without bouncing on anything.
Oh, when you said direction, I was confused. That's a good one.
Riddle.
Okay, Samhita, maybe later in the class we'll have another one. I will remember that you've got a riddle for us too. And Emma has one too. Okay, if we don't get to you today, Emma, maybe tomorrow. I love hearing these riddles. These are great. So Tig, if you also have one, if we don't have time for it today, maybe later this week. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to start our new spelling lesson at this point. Our first word today is vehicle. Would you all say vehicle? A vehicle is like a car, a mode of transportation. Vehicle. How many of you have heard that word before for a car? Vehicle. Good. We think to spell this as vehicle. It has a silent. Sound it out with me. Vehicle. 3 syllables. Can you do it again? Vehicle. 3 syllables. In the first syllable, what sounds do you hear? V, E, 2 sounds. E is in an open syllable saying its name. Next syllable, I, 2 sounds. It is not in an open, or sorry, I-E is in an open syllable, but it's just saying its first name. And last syllable, K-O, 2 sounds. We need a silent finally job 4 since those are only consonant sounds. Okay, vehicle. Pick up your pencil and write it, please. Okay. Vehicle. Show me your paper once you're done. Okay. V, syllable break. I, syllable break. K, ol, silent final E. Please check that your spelling matches mine. Vehicle. Great job if you got it right. If you made a mistake, that's okay. Just cross it out and rewrite it. Alina, would you like to mark it for us?
Yes, please. Okay, first things first, you underline an E and put a 2 on top of it.
Just underline for a vowel.
Okay, and then you double underline the H because it's silent.
Great job.
And then you underline the C and L and then double underline the E job 4.
Perfect. Do you know what part of speech?
Yes, it's a noun.
Perfect. Vehicle. We say vehicle. We think to spell vehicle. Okay, next word. Our next word for today is a homophone. The word is grease. Now, there are 2 ways of using the word grease. Can somebody tell me one way we would use the word grease? Dikshita?
The language Greece.
The country of Greece.
Yeah,
completely. What's the other way of using the word grease? Rishabh?
Like some grease on your bicycle, like get chains.
Yeah, like you might have some grease on your bicycle or on a car, right? So grease, that type of grease is what we're going to be writing today. But it sounds exactly like Greece the country, but that's not the kind of grease we're writing. Please sound out grease with me. Grease, 1 syllable. What are the sounds? G, R, E, S, 4 sounds. Who knows what is going to make the E sound in this word? We're using grease like grease on the chain of your bicycle. Harika?
Yeah, I-E.
Good guess, but nope, we're not going to use I-E. Arshad?
E-A.
Great job, that's right. E-A is what makes the E sound. And then we'll use Z followed by a silent final E, job 5, the S rule. Please pick up your pencil and write grease. Hold it up when you're done, please. Thank you, Alina. Everyone, please follow her example and hold it up when you're done. You do not need to mark it yet, though. Marcus, do you have your paper and pencil? You should already have vehicle written, and now we're writing grease. So, E, silent final E, grease. Arshad, would you mark it for us?
Underline the E-A.
Good.
And then double underline the E, silent final E, and then job number 5.
Very good.
And
the S, because that's why we have the silent final E there. And then can you think of what part of speech this would be, Arsha?
it's a noun.
Good. It's a noun. If you wanted to change it into an adjective, does anybody know what we would say? Emma?
I didn't know that my hand was raised.
Oh, I thought you were saying it though.
Was it greasy?
Yeah, greasy. Greasy would be a way of describing something that has a lot of grease. Next word for today is architect. Can you all say architect? Who knows what an architect is? Simhita, can you tell us?
It's someone who builds or designs things.
Very good. They design the plans for a house or building.
Why I know this is because it has it in Percy Jackson. Annabeth wants to be an architect when she grows up.
Oh, cool. Does anybody else think they would want to be an architect when they grow up? We're going to get to math units on geometry and finding area and perimeter. Hopefully we'll finish that up this year. But that is going to be a great starting point if you are interested in architecture. Finding measurements of different spaces and shapes. Okay, so the word is architect. You know what? Let me find my manual. I think that this comes from Greek. Yes. Okay, so because the arch part of this word, we end up pronouncing architect, but it's an arch like an actual arch in a lot of Greek and Roman structures. That's the base of this word. Can you all say architect? Architect. 3 syllables. First syllable, R, which is R the pirate phonogram. Next syllable, architect. K, 2 sounds using ch, k, sh, just like in an arch. But we say it as a k sound. And final syllable is t, e, k, t. 4 sounds, basic code. Architect. Pick up your pencil and write it, please. Great job, Alina. Everyone else show me architect once you're done writing. Architect. Architect. Marcus, are you writing the word? Syllable break. Architect. Architect. Check that your spelling matches mine. It looks like architect. Arch. Okay, Emma, could you mark the word for us?
I remember I wanted to mark a word. Underline the R.
Good.
And underline the ch.
Good. Which sound of ch are we saying?
Second.
Good. So we'll put a 2 on top.
And wait. I think that's good.
That's all. Good job, Emma. An architect is a noun. It's a person. Architect. And next, we'll write a word that comes from it, architecture. Architecture, which is the plans and the layout and how something is going to be built. And also, actually, we use that just for a building itself, the way that it appears. It's architecture. So architecture comes from a Latin word that came from the Greek as well. It was called architectura, and it's barely different. And we're keeping the spelling very similar to the way that it would be said in Latin. Architecture is the way that we say that word, and the T is going to be in the next syllable. And then we have the or of hurt and a silent final E, architecture. Please pick up your pencil and write architecture. Architecture. Architecture is the way we would think to spell, but it says a sh sound. So when, I'll go ahead and just write it first. Architecture. Architecture. When T is followed by a U, it changes the spelling usually. Like in furniture, it would be the same thing, furniture. Or situation makes a ch sound or a sh sound. So the U does a lot of weird things. It does that for words ending with S too, but that's why it says architecture, because of the U after it. Okay, let's underline R again, 2 on top of ch, sh. Tech is basic code, and over here, the T says a sh sound, architecture. We're going to actually keep these separate. Instead of the or of hurt, it's you saying its name because of a silent final E, job 1. Architecture. We're going to use for the design of a building or the process of planning out a building. Architecture. Okay, let's write them in cursive now. And this is a noun, by the way. Vehicle, grease, architect, and architecture. Can I see your cursive once you're done? And yes, Harika?
Actually, I went a little ahead and already did my words in cursive.
That's great, sweetheart. I'd love to see them. Oh, thank you, Harika. You're doing great today. Thank you, Tig. Thank you, Alina.
Miss Gardner, can I say my riddle?
Oh, yes. This is a good time for it.
So, if a red house is made of red bricks, and a blue house is made out of blue bricks, and a yellow house is made out of yellow bricks, what is a greenhouse made of?
Okay, you can call on people if they, it looks like a few people know.
Ikshita?
Green bricks?
No. Emma?
Grass?
Grass, no.
Good guess.
Aishab?
Glass.
Yep, that's correct.
Because a greenhouse is made out of glass.
Greenhouse. Oh, that was clever. Do you guys know what a greenhouse is? It's like a sunroom, like it's got all glass so that plants can grow well in it, even when indoors.
On their farm.
That's nice. That's a good one. Okay, let's review our poem at this time. Have you guys practiced The Happy Farmer a little bit? Does anybody think they know it from memory? Before I present it to this, before I project it up here, I'd love to hear if anybody knows it by heart. Okay, let's hear from Dikshita.
The Happy Farmer. Let the mighty and great roll in splendor and state. I envy them not, I declare it. I eat my own lamb and my chicken and ham, and I shear my own sheep and wear it. I have lawns and green bowers, fresh fruits and fine flowers, and my morning charmer.
The lark is my bright morning charmer.
The lark is my bright morning charmer. So God bless the plow for the future as now. And
health,
happy life to the farmer.
And long life to the farmer. Great job, Dikshita. Tig, I'd love to hear you say it too.
Let the mighty and great roll in splendor. The Happy Farmer. Let the mighty and great roll in splendor and state. I envy them not, I declare it. I eat my own lamb, my own chicken and ham. I shear my own sheep and I wear it. I have lawns and green bowers, fresh fruit and fine flowers. The lark is my bright morning charmer. So God bless the plow in the future as now, a health and long life to the farmer. Happy
Great
farmer.
job. That was perfect. Oh my goodness. Have you been practicing much or did it just stick with you?
It just sticks with me.
I have loved that one. And has anybody else been kind of singing the song in their head? I think the song's super catchy. Josiah?
Can I say the poem?
Yes.
The Happy Farmer. Let the mighty and great roll in splendor and state. I envy them not, I declare it. I eat my own lamb, my own chicken and ham. I share my own sheep and I wear it. I have
Lawns and green bowers.
lawns and green bowers, fresh fruits and fine flowers. The The star is my bright morning
Charmer.
charmer. So God bless the plow and the future as now, to a health and long life as the farmer, the happy farmer.
Love it. Great job, Josiah. Oh, I hope you guys continue enjoying that poem. We are going to have recitations by the end of the week, so it'll be due on Friday to upload a video of you saying the Happy Farmer. And then I believe we only have one more poem left for the year, crazy enough. And it'll be kind of a summertime poem, so that's really fun. And then we'll spend some time just reviewing because we've had so many good poems this year. Okay, at this time, let's start some well-ordered language. Can you take out your well-ordered language books? Let me see everybody's well-ordered language workbooks. We're going to be talking about some compound direct objects. Would anybody like to sing our DO song as we're reviewing direct objects? Okay, Alexander, can you sing it for us?
I pretty much know all the songs by heart.
Oh, great.
Okay. D-O, D-O, a direct object is an object of value
that tells what the subject is acting on.
D-O, D-O,
It's a noun or pronoun.
after the transitive verb. Wait. Yes? Okay.
O-D-O. It answers the questions, what or whom after the verb, and it's labeled D-O-O. Okay, let's, I'll pull up the song. I know it's been a while since we've done that one, so maybe you guys need a little refresher. So a direct object is always a noun or pronoun after a transitive verb. And it answers the question what or whom after the verb. Okay, can you guys see the jingle page? Okay, everyone stand up and sing along, dance along to the D-O song. D-O, D-O.
A direct object is an objective element that tells what the subject is acting on.
D-O, D-O.
It's a noun or pronoun after a transitive verb.
D-O.
It answers the question what or whom after the verb and is labeled D-O.
Okay, now we're also talking about conjunctions. So let's go over that conjunction song too.
A conjunction is a part of speech. It joins elements of the same meaning. When two or more words are joined this way, they're called compounds. A conjunction is a part of speech. It joins elements of the same ring or name. When two or more words are joined this way, they're called compounds.
Okay, and one more song. We are going to be talking about common and proper nouns specifically today. Who knows the difference between a common noun and a proper noun? Who can tell me what the difference is? Aryansh?
So a pronoun,
Common noun
proper noun?
or proper noun?
I think, oh yeah, a proper noun is it's a person, and it's a noun. Technically, it's any noun, and a common noun is also any noun, but this is more specific. It's like common, exactly how it sounds.
So common nouns are, common, not specific, and proper nouns are specific. Like an architect is not a specific person, right? If you said the architect was hired to design the new business office, that's not really any specific person, it's just an architect. But if you said the name Tony the architect made some plans for the new offices. Now, Tony is a proper noun. That is a specific person, Tony. So proper nouns are ones that are specific. Greece, the country, is a proper noun. Greece, that is on your bicycle, is common. That's not specific, that's just Greece. But Greece, the country, that's proper. That's what we're going to be talking about today in well-ordered language. I was going to do the noun song, but it doesn't get into really common and proper. So let's jump right into page 190 in your well-ordered language books. Page 190. So it says here there are two classes of nouns, proper and common nouns. Over here, there's a little side note that says the Latin word for common is communis, meaning public, shared by many, or general. That's actually where we get the word communist even. When it goes way, 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 way too far in having everything shared by many. Now, the Latin word for proper is proprius, meaning one's own, particular to itself. So, not just shared by many, but it's your own, particular to just you. So, remember, a proper noun names a particular person, place, or thing and is always capitalized. Common nouns are all other nouns and may be preceded by an article adjective. So you'll sometimes see article adjectives like a, an, or the in front of common nouns. Because you wouldn't say, I went to in Arkansas today, or in Oklahoma. That's those states are proper nouns. You wouldn't put an article adjective like a, an, or the in front of them. But if you said, I saw a dog at the park, that's a common noun, and it makes sense to use an article adjective there. We're going to see if these are common or proper, and then write an explanation of why. Like this says, bulbs. Not sure if it's talking about light bulbs or bulbs like in a garden, but it says it's common because it names any bulbs. Now, Aunt Gabby is proper because it names a particular person. What about jump rope? Who can tell me if that is common or proper? Alina, what do you think? I'll get back to her for a different one. Harika, is jump rope a common or proper noun?
A common noun.
Good. What would we say about a common noun? According to the example that it says about bulbs. Can you follow the same example of what they said about bulbs and say that for jump rope?
Jump rope is a common noun because many people say jump rope and...
Yeah, because it names any jump rope, right? It's not a specific jump rope. It's just any jump rope.
Yeah, because like...
You know what? For the sake of time, I think it would be fine just to say if it is a common noun or a proper noun. So rather than tell the whole thing, we'll just say it is a common noun. Alexander, what would number 2 be? Alexander?
Sorry, I thought I was unmuted.
That's okay.
I think it would be proper.
Good. Why do you think it's proper? Other than the fact that it's capitalized.
Because it's not common.
Yeah, it's not common. Or it's a particular, not person. Do you know what Holland is? It's a particular. Does anybody know what Holland is?
Holland or
Holland.
Oh.
It's a place.
Yeah. It's a particular place. It's a country.
I think it's in Europe or Asia.
Yeah, it is in Europe. Tig?
It's also called the Netherlands.
That's exactly right. Well done. Yeah, it's got 2 names you might be familiar with, Netherlands or Holland. And it's in Northwest Europe. But we're just going to say it is a proper noun. But it is good to note that's because it's a particular country. Now, they've made these pretty easy on you because the ones that are not capitalized, you know, are going to be common. And the ones that are capitalized, you know, are proper. I think that you'll be fine not doing extra practice with that. So we won't do the rest of these all together. I think that hopefully will make sense for you guys. Basically, these common nouns are not a specific person, place, or thing. Like tulips just is any tulips, whereas Michigan is a particular state. If you say Michigan, there's no confusion about which Michigan it is, which state you're talking about. It is a name for just one state. Alexander?
After modern language, I have 2 more riddles. They're really good ones.
Okay, if we have time after class, we'll definitely get to that. Okay, boys and girls, I think that you guys are going to be okay with the common and proper just off of those 2 examples. So I'd like to skip down to analyze it and go through some sentences together with compound direct objects. Remember that we're practicing compound direct objects, 2 things that follow a transitive verb, but we're going to keep looking for conjunctions first, and that will help us. Marcus, could you please read sentence 1 for us? And this should be on your page as well, page 191. Do you have your book?
Okay. Will they be having hamburgers or cheeseburgers at the picnic?
Thank you, Marcus. Do you have your book in front of you? We should be on page 191. Are you there?
Oh, which book was it?
On well-ordered language. We've got to move kind of fast, okay? Yeah, this is not math time. This is grammar time. Can you take out your well-ordered language and turn to page 191? Okay, I'll get back to Marcus for another one. Could I have Arshad find the conjunction in the sentence?
The conjunction?
Yes.
Or.
Yes, very good. We haven't had or in sentences much, but yep, or is the conjunction. Now, Arshad, could you also find if there are any prepositional phrases? We're going to follow the order of analysis, which is to find conjunctions and then prepositional phrases.
At the picnic.
Great job. At the picnic. Okay, well, we're going to leave it at that. Actually, no, we will go ahead and mark at is the preposition. Picnic is the object of the preposition. The is an adjective. Now, Marcus, can you find the subject of this sentence?
They.
They, good. Do you know what the predicate is, Marcus? What is it saying about they? Will they be having hamburgers or cheeseburgers?
Having.
So having is a predicate verb, good. We have some other helping verbs though. What are the verbs helping the verb having?
Will is a helping verb.
Good, will is a helping verb. And I see one more. Can you see it?
Be.
Good, be. Thank you, Marcus. Now, Saha Nasri says, will they be having what? What is the direct object?
Hamburgers and cheeseburgers.
Excellent. Hamburgers and cheeseburgers. What are those two words doing in the sentence? How are we going to mark them?
We'll have to circle it and put a D out.
Good. They're both direct objects. It's what they will be having, hamburgers or cheeseburgers. Final step, let's point our adverbial prepositional phrase over to the predicate verb having. Okay, sentence 2 is Mom is bringing a pasta salad and a Caesar salad for it also. Please take a moment to try that one on your own, okay, boys and girls? Try that on your own, and then we'll go over the answers. Mom is bringing a pasta salad and a Caesar salad for it also. For this, in case you're confused, I would say pasta describes the salad, okay? Caesar describes the salad. Keep that in mind. Can you give me a thumbs up once you're done with sentence 2? All right, thumbs up once you're done. Okay, I'll have a few different people help out with this one.
Miss Gardner, I worked ahead and now I'm on page 195.
Oh my goodness. Okay. You're going to be done with the book soon, but we don't rein you in. Ariant, could you analyze, let's see, finding first the conjunction and prepositional phrase?
Okay, and also, why is Julius Caesar became a salad now?
I don't know why Caesar salads are named after the Caesars of ancient Rome. You can look it up and get back to us if you can see why a salad is named after them.
Okay, anyways, the conjunction is and.
Great.
And the prepositional phrase is for it also.
Good, almost. We're going to do just for it as the prepositional phrase. That one's kind of confusing, but it is a pronoun that's acting as the object of the preposition and also is not a noun or pronoun, so it couldn't work as a prepositional part of the prepositional phrase.
Oh.
It's actually an adverb.
Gonna quickly fix
Did
that.
anybody get that also as an adverb? I know that was a tough one. But also is an adverb, basically saying to. So the prepositional phrase is for it. Emma, what are the subject and predicate?
Mom is the subject.
Excellent.
And the predicate, and predicate verb. Wait, what? The
Predicate
subject
verb, I already marked, is bringing, but there's a helping verb too. Can you see the helping verb?
it's is.
Good job. And the direct object should be salad and salad. It's funny to have a compound direct object that's just the same word, but it's different types of salad. A pasta salad and a Caesar salad. Caesar is capitalized, and that would be called a proper adjective. Did you guys know that there were proper adjectives? Yep. Okay, that is all for your well-ordered language today. As soon as you're done checking your work there, let's take out orthography notebooks and write down the words from the lesson today, and then we'll start math. Aryan, sorry you got kicked out for a moment. You can check the last sentence, and then we're going to take out orthography notebooks. Okay, anybody else have a new riddle maybe to share as we're transitioning? Okay, Emma, you haven't had a chance. I'll have you do it.
Can I go next, like you said?
We'll see, Alexander, if there's some time.
Alexander.
Sweetheart, we'll see. I need you to keep yourself muted for now, though. Emma?
So there was a mom that had three daughters in one-story house, and one of them
one of them killed the mom. And so one of them was the mom. So while she was making food, one of them killed her. And one of the girls, so then the girl, so then and then the dad saw them and then called the police. And one of the girls said, I was gardening outside, and then the other sister said she was on the stairs just watching, and then on her phone.
Ooh, I know it. But keep going.
Girl was wait, what was the last girl? The last girl was, I think it was that she was, I'm just gonna say she was taking a shower.
Okay.
Which one was it? The first girl, the second girl, or the third girl?
Okay, it looks like Rishith might have a good guess.
It's the second one because she said there was only a one-story house. So why?
Yes.
How could there be stairs?
Ah, good one. Nice job, Emma, for the good riddle, and Rishith for guessing it correctly. Well done. Okay, here's the 4 words. I'm sorry, no more riddles right now because we need to check our spelling and then do some math. What's that, Emma?
It was easy.
Okay. We should have vehicle, grease, architect, and architecture. Please hold up your orthography notebook so I can see when you finish. I need to check all 4 of your words. Please show me your notebooks when you're done. And then we're going to move on to some math, talking about time today. Adding time specifically. Great job, Tig. Alexander? Marcus? Where's your notebook?
All right, math question. What is time plus time?
10 plus time?
Time plus time, yes.
I don't know, but is it another riddle?
No, it's not a riddle. It's time travel.
Nice. Okay. I need to see everybody's notebooks. I love these riddles, but let's spread it out throughout the rest of the week. We can't do any more, I'm sorry, today because we've got to get to some math next. Marcus, I need you to hold it up or else you're going to have to do this after class. Whatever you don't do in class, you still have to do at some point, Marcus. And so it's always best to do it just right along with your classmates. Okay, vehicle, grease, architect, and architecture. Great job, Marcus. Okay, we'll put this away for now. And we will be taking math notes today. There's been a lot of the stuff in this time chapter that you haven't had to take notes on, but we are going to take some today. Feel free to get a drink of water and stretch. Moving into our last part of class. Oh, and actually, before we start this new lesson, let's do a little warm up. a little time warm up. Who can tell me? I'll have you read the clock. What time is shown? Here, this is mystery to me too. What time is shown on this clock? Sahanasri, what time is shown on the clock?
7:16.
Good job. Okay, let me get to another one. What could it be? What time is shown here, Josiah?
2:40.
Good. And I think it might be close. Yeah, it's right between. No, it's 2:40 exactly. You're right. Okay, let's do another one. Aryansh?
I feel that is.
Let me straighten that up a little bit.
Okay, I think that is 12. 12.
Yep, 12:12. You got it. Okay, that's all for right now. We are going to be talking today about adding hours and minutes, which means we are going to be basically grouping together hours and minutes as we add things. I think it will be pretty straightforward, but let's take a look. Okay. So our lesson objective is to add time with and without regrouping. So there will be some regrouping. For example, if your answer gets to 60 minutes or more, what does that 60 minutes convert to? Tig?
1 hour.
That's right. So rather than regrouping like ones to the tens place, tens to the hundreds place, in this chapter, we're going to be talking about regrouping as regrouping minutes to hours, because if you have 60 minutes, that becomes 1 hour instead. Now here's adding time without regrouping. We've got 2 hours and 15 minutes plus 5 hours and 10 minutes. You add the hours. 2 plus 5 is 7. You add the minutes. 15 plus 10 is 25 minutes. And you put them together, 7 hours and 25 minutes. Okay, let's put this one into practice on your math notebook. We're going to put some regrouping practice here and without regrouping practice here. Today is May the 3rd. Oh my goodness. Less than a month until school's out for the summer. Crazy. So crazy. Because June 2nd is the last day of school for you guys. So it's officially less than a month away. Who's excited to start swimming? Maybe some of you guys have pools that you can go to even in just the month of May before it's officially summer. Nice. Okay, this is lesson 16.3 today. Has anybody already been swimming this season? Oh, nice.
At my swimming lessons.
Swimming lessons, great. Harika, do you have like a neighborhood pool that you can go to?
Well, I don't really call this swimming, but we got wet with our hose, and also we have a kiddie pool.
Oh, fun. Tig, have you gone swimming on vacation yet?
Yes.
Cool.
I think it's kind of obvious, though, don't you think?
So it's been warm enough. Is it warm enough even in Virginia that you can swim in like a hotel pool or something?
It was an indoor pool.
Oh, it's an indoor pool. Perfect. Okay, let's write an example of adding time without regrouping here. We're going to add together 3 hours and 20 minutes, abbreviating H for hours, MIN for minutes. Let's add 4 hours and 15 minutes to it. Okay. Down below, let's write out the steps of adding the hours. 3 hours plus 4 hours equals blank hours. And adding the minutes. 20 minutes plus 15 minutes equals blank minutes. Okay, now could I have Harika add the hours and then add the minutes for us?
Is it the 3 hours plus 4 hours?
Yes, can you do that part for us?
7 hours.
Good. And then what's 20 minutes plus 15 minutes?
20 minutes plus 15 minutes is 35 minutes.
Great. So the answer to adding these up is 7 hours and 35 minutes. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Just adding the hours and then adding the minutes. This is probably pretty simple right now. It's going to really come into practice as we get into word problems, though, and elapsed time. So it's going to be really practical for those chapters that are a little harder. So you just add the hours, 3 hours plus 4 hours, and then add the minutes, 20 plus 15. Here's an example of where you would need to regroup. Let's go through this story problem. Tyke, would you read it for us?
Emily salads of Emily takes a flight from Chicago to New York. She waits 40 minutes to check her luggage, then waits 1 hour 55 minutes before boarding the airplane. Then how long does this take in all?
Yep. How long does she wait in all? Oh, good.
She waits 2 hours 35 minutes.
Excellent. Okay, well, that's wonderful that you're able to do a lot of that in your head. We will slow it down a little bit, but that's great if some of you are just able to keep going in your head and not having to write it down. So we have 40 minutes and then an hour and 55 minutes that we're going to add up. Now, if we still have that same logic of adding the hours and then adding the minutes separately, your minutes are 40 plus 55 equals 95 minutes. Now, Sahanasri, how many hours are in 95 minutes?
1 hour and 35 minutes.
Very good. 95 minutes is the same as 1 hour and 35 minutes because There's 60 in there plus an extra 35. So you add together all of that plus that extra hour from before. So you've got 2 hours and 35 minutes. Okay, let's put that into practice with a problem where you will do some regrouping now. Let's add 2 hours and 45 minutes plus 5 hours and 35 minutes. We're going to add the minutes first. So add the minutes. 45 minutes plus 35 minutes. Take a moment to do that. Marcus, are you adding 45 plus 35 minutes? This should be in your math notebook. And Marcus, can you share your answer?
Equal 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, excellent. So it's 80 minutes, but that becomes 1 hour and 20 minutes. You did 2 steps in 1. That's great. So we'll break it down the way that the book does, but if you guys are like Marcus and Tig both did that in their head a little bit more already, grouping those hours and minutes separately, if you can do that shortcut, that's even better. 60 minutes and 20 minutes. We can separate out. And the reason we're separating out that 60 minutes is because we want that to be regrouped as 1 hour. Okay, now we can add the hours. 2 hours plus 5 hours plus 1 extra hour. Oh, and then for this one, let's write 80 minutes equals 1 hour and 20 minutes. I know some of you don't have to have this slowed down quite as much, but this will be helpful, I think, for your workbook because you're going to have to do this in the workbook. Now we can add the hours. How many hours did we need to add? Arianch, how many hours do we have to add up?
We have to add 1 hour and we have to add 20 minutes.
So in the minutes area, we've got 1 hour, plus we have hours from the original problem that we need to add to them, add to it.
Oh, so it's 1 hour plus 5 hours plus 2 hours.
Perfect. And what is that, Arianch?
8 hours. And can I tell the minutes?
Good. Yep. And how many minutes do we still have?
20, because the last 45 minutes and 35 minutes turned into 1 hour and 20 minutes. So 20 minutes is the remaining.
Exactly. Great job. Yeah, those 45 minutes and 35 minutes, we regrouped to an hour and still had 20 minutes left. So the final answer is 8 hours and 20 minutes. Let's do one I'd like you to do on your own. And then we'll go over the answer. Let's do 2 hours and 57 minutes plus 2 hours and 8 minutes. Okay, I want you to do the whole thing, and if you can do it with a shortcut, that's great. In your head, if you can add together those minutes, convert an hour and see what's left, you can just do it that way. But if you would like to write out the minutes, 57 minutes plus 8 minutes, you can do that instead.
I'm done.
Good job, Alexander. But let's wait until others finish as well. Can everyone just give me a thumbs up if they finished? Okay. Harika, can I have you share your answer?
Yes. So I first did my hours. So 2 hours plus 2 hours is 4 hours. And then I did my minutes. I couldn't do my minutes mentally, so I had to write them down. So I got 65 minutes. And
good job.
I think it's 65 minutes. Is it correct?
So yes, 57 minutes plus 8 minutes is 65.
65 minutes, we need to convert.
Let's regroup some of that to the hours. How many minutes can we regroup to the hours?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the minutes first.
That's okay.
We have 1 hour, so 5 hours and 60 minutes. 5 minutes.
Good. 5 hours, 5 minutes. Who got the same thing? Great job. It would always be best for you to do the minutes first. I don't know why, but they have you not do the minutes first. If you can tell that there's no regrouping, you can just add the hours and then add the minutes. But if you can tell that it's going to be 60 or more for the minutes, then you need to add those up first so that you can regroup to an hour. Okay, let's take out your math workbook at this time and see what you'll be doing for your homework today. I think I haven't added these pages to Bright Thinker yet, so I'll do that as soon as class is over. It's just 2 pages today, or 1 page front and back, and it has some good examples for you showing separating out the hours and minutes, and then a space to write out adding the hours, adding the minutes, and then adding it all up. These are all no regrouping on this page. And these ones are regrouping on the next page. So you will need to regroup the minutes to hours and minutes for this one. And there's one problem at the bottom that's you don't have to do a bar model for this one. It's just like these ones above, but it's said as a story problem instead. Okay? Any questions? That's pages 155 and 156. Okay, and I'll be adding that to Bright Thinker right away. Any questions about what we just did? Okay, you can do shortcuts. If you're able to do a lot of this in your head, you can do it in your head. But if there is a blank, don't leave it blank. I need you to actually write in what the steps they're wanting you to do are, even if you can do them mentally. So like for this page, it's going to let you do some things mentally, but this page, basically, they're going to have you write out every single step. So make sure you write out every step for this one. But if you can do a lot of these mentally, then it's going to let you do that with the steps. Okay, that is all for your class today. I think we've got time for one more riddle. if we have one on handy. I think Alexander was the one that we didn't get to, and he had one just ready to go.
Oh, I think this is it. Yes. All right. So, a man was so a boy had his mom's iPhone and knew the password even though he wasn't allowed to. He wrote it down. One day he had the passcode, but it was wrong. How? Read this passcode and tell me what he did wrong.
Oh, okay. Everybody pin Alexander's screen to see it better.
Let me put my screen so you guys can see it. Okay.
So how was that specific passcode wrong? You can call on people.
All right. All right. I'm just gonna look for people. Aryansh.
It's not in its correct number form. It's 5678, not 5687.
I mean, you're onto something, but also, yeah, you're right. You got it. Yeah.
Can I say one riddle, Miss Gardner?
Okay, one more from Samhita.
Okay. What is so fragile that saying its name breaks it?
Ooh, so fragile that saying its name breaks it. You can call on people. It looks like Arshad might know.
Arshad?
Is it silence?
Yep.
Ooh, good one. I'm gonna have to write some of these down.
Miss Gardner, I also have one.
Okay, I'm sorry, Harika. Remember that. Hold on to it for tomorrow, or if you want to just tell your reading group. But it's reading group time at this point. So everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Miss Gardner.
Bye, Miss Gardner.
Bye.
Bye, Miss Gardner.
Need to open my snow
Bye.
cone maker.
Miss Gardner,
Hi, Josiah. Yes?
what has an eye but can't see?
Has an eye but can't see.